A7S III for us. All right, guys, get started right here. And if you have been watching that sorry presentation from Sony, and again, come on, we're talking about Sony, right? And how come a company like Sony put such a weak presentation? We wouldn't even actually do this for you guys and put a video that bad, right, Noboru?
Yeah.
So we were right here, so excited, probably like yourself, waiting for the announcement of the A7S III, and guess what happened? It didn't happen. That's exactly what happened. So they announced some new media cards, some projectors, we've seen some cameras, but where is the news about the A7S III? Now, one thing that we know for sure is that actually Sony filed or registered a camera in Asia. It's a brand new camera, and that gives us an indication that that could be the new A7S III, a high-end camera. So I actually have an article right here that talks about the camera that they registered. It's all in Chinese or Japanese, I don't understand this, and it says 22. Japanese? Yeah. Noboru is actually Japanese. Oh, you don't like to be called Chinese. But I love Chinese and Japanese people equally, all right? So just so you know. Now, 2020-3250, that could be the model, that could be a serial number, that could be a patent, I don't know. And then it talks about 5.1 gigahertz, 2.4 gigahertz, probably talking about the Wi-Fi, you know, connectivity of this thing that's gonna have, and then again, a bunch of, what do you call Japanese kanjis? You call them kanjis or you call them kanjis? Okay, because Noboru is actually half Japanese, half Cuban.
What?
So anyway, so what else? We have 2 ppm, 51, 50, 53. Again, we don't have anything about sensor right here, but all we know is that this has been actually filed in Asia as a potential camera that's about to be announced. Now, there are some rumors saying that the A7S III may be announced in late July. So we'll see what happens, you know, because the coronavirus keeps really delaying and pushing all those factories to a shutdown, therefore delaying all production of camera. Probably coronavirus had a lot to do with the A7S III not being announced in this presentation. Who knows? But one thing that we know is that that camera has to be in the works and it has to be ready to launch. I think that if Sony doesn't launch the A7S III this year, okay, we already have the A7R IV. There are talks about the A7 IV. So if they don't launch the A7S III this year, might as well just call the A7S IV directly and just skip the 3, the number 3. Now, knowing what Canon has going on right now, it is time for Sony to really respond. I mean, Canon has openly talked about the new R5 and the features, the 8K, and this is the camera more than the R5 that can actually have that capability of 8K, slow motion of 120 frames per second in 4K, full HD maybe at 240, and we have still got nothing from Sony. Now, why this is happening, I don't know. That was a camera that was rumored to be launched last year and maybe even more, like 2 years ago. There were talks of this camera, I remember. But Sony, you just gotta be really careful because Canon is here to stay. And they're coming with a lot of things. The R6 may be a camera too with a low megapixel sensor that could potentially be competing with this camera. We don't know exactly all the specs of the R6. You can actually watch this video right here about the video that we released. But the A7 III may have potentially a 20 megapixel or even a 24 megapixel CMOS sensor. Perhaps it's going to be a redesigned sensor with better capabilities in low light, a sensor that is capable of all this new trend with the 8K and also a new processor. But again, where is the announcement? And we hear a lot of leaks and we're not hearing much about this other than this registration that we found in actually Sony Alpha rumors. So guys, what do you think? Are you still excited about the A7S III or are you now considering Canon like a lot of people out there? Drop your comments down below. Let me know where you're at in this, but I am actually a little disappointed that We're still waiting here, and after that presentation that Sony actually did, I'm probably never gonna watch a presentation from Sony ever again of this caliber. That was a waste of our time. And it was actually long, and it was actually super unprofessional. So we don't understand how a company with all the production, the production crew that they have, they can actually put something like that it looks like my little daughter did. Actually, sorry daughter, you could actually do a better job than Sony did today. But anyway, guys, this is it. It's more like, kind of like disappointed, like all of you guys, expecting, waiting, sitting in front of the TV, trying to see that announcement and communicate all the features, but that never happened. So as always, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification, because we are going to be bringing you the latest and the newest once that camera is announced. So until then, guys, see you later.